Soda's bad, kids.
What's going on, everyone? It's Rando back with another one. You're probably thinking, Rando, why do you have this on you? Well, it's gonna be a shotgun video today. The Mossberg Maverick 88. I already have this one. I've had this one for years. Painted it, shot it. I think it's great. But I have another one. We're gonna put one together that's kind of like the home defense apocalypse one or whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's just gonna be fun. And now I'll have two of them. You know why? Because we can. And I'd like to do this video. So let's go ahead and let's get to the shotgun I have in the case here. Let's get some parts on it and let's just go through it together, and then we're gonna hit the range, do some shotgun practice shooting, some target shooting. Over here in a minute. Again, don't forget Holy Pursuit's Dream Foundation. Go check it out. Help support kids and their families getting outdoors. Why shotguns? Well, because I freaking love shotguns. I hope you love shotguns. I have a bunch of shotguns, probably more than I should have, but I enjoy them. I don't know, there's just something about a scattergun that is badass. Listen, I know shotguns don't hold as much capacity as other guns, but whenever you run out of shells, you can always just use it as a weapon. Again, why a shotgun? Well, truly, they have many applications. Whether you're harvesting game to feed yourself or your family, home defense, shotgun, normal sports shooting, shotguns have so many applications. The Mossberg Mavericks can be had, I mean, like $250 and under, realistically, and you're gonna find them at most local gun stores. And you can even get the Maverick combo that has like the 28-inch barrel and then an 18-inch barrel for like the defense and hunting one that you can swap out. So you're gonna find these in a variety of ways. I believe that this one would be more like the cruiser. This one has the 20-inch barrel and 20-inch mag tube that kind of matches. Now, so does the one in the case here. So in the case, got lots of cool shit. Mossberg, again, matching barrel and mag. And I also have a bunch of other stuff here. Now, were the things in here very expensive? Come on, we got a Wartech knockoff bayonet, NC Star like lug kit, Monstrum, you know, good stuff, but also affordable. Got a Magpul stock. I got my Zulisi optic I'm gonna throw on here, and then just a cheap shoulder strap, and then again some shotgun parts. So no, this is not breaking the bank. And a lot of you I know are gonna say, well, Rando, you could have went out and bought a 590 and had the same money into it. Well, not really. Big difference here with the Mavericks as compared to other Mossbergs is the fact that most other Mossbergs actually have the safety up here, and it's actually kind of ambidextrous, whereas the Mavericks have it underneath, okay? Just a crossbar. And that's okay. These things just work. Like I said, had this one for years and it's worked. Let's get this one put together with the parts that I have laid out here, and let's just see if we can turn this into something cool. Let's see if it's actually gonna function. I mean, I know the shotgun's gonna function. The part that I'm more worried about functioning actually is the bayonet part, because, not gonna lie, this seems kind of chintzy. But I do have some Loctite. We gotta start somewhere. Might as well get the stock off. Move up to putting the little like shell mount carrier and optic mount on it, and then we'll finish up on the barrel. All right, to get the stock off, sometimes you need a big flathead screwdriver. If you don't got that around, you know, good old 1/2 inch is gonna work. So this is what you're left with. Obviously, I'm just gonna tell you, I really shouldn't even have to, but if you're gonna be working on anything, make sure your dang gun's unloaded. Let's just be smart here, people. Whenever you're doing this, now you can change this foregrip. That being said, Mavericks, whenever you buy one, see what kind of attachment it has here as far as the slide mechanism goes, because as far as this corncob stock, you know, or whatever you wouldn't call it, this is actually a permanent part of this. So if I was going to change this, I have to get one that has these tabs. They do make variations of the Maverick that actually these come apart, and you can just slip on like the, say, the Mossberg matching stuff. If not, you have to buy that whole assembly and try to find that. So again, check it out in the store. So this says 500, 590, but they actually work for the Maverick 88. Part of these instructions actually involves knocking a pin out. I'd recommend you actually get a little kit that's designed for that, instead of using like a punch and like a big hammer or anything like that. You got some brass, plastic, to be able to get these with hopefully like without marring your firearm. Feels like a real nice butt pad. Now for the part I'm actually dreading most. Getting this bayonet lug on and hoping that it actually stays. It's made, all these parts seem like they're made from aluminum. Like most things made of high quality Chinesium, there's really no instructions, so let's see how she goes together. Alright, so let's go ahead and slip this on real quick. To make sure the mount your sling is behind. And then we gotta get the barrel on. Kind of got to put this on first because you're going to have to hammer this in on the end here. So I use my nice hammer with the plastic end to give her some good old tappies on. I'm going to put some Loctite on this screw that goes through in hopes that it actually holds it in place. As you can see, it has kind of like Picatinny attachments for the side, which is where I'm going to mount the flashlight. Now the idea is I'm going to tighten this down in the spot where the bayonet's going to go. So let's go ahead and open that puppy. You know, Wartech. Trying to get some knockoffs here. For a knockoff, feels pretty good. Alright, so I got it to the spot where it's going to meet up tight. And now I just got to tighten that down again with a little bit of Loctite. Now that we got everything pretty much mounted up, before we get out to the range, let's put some shells on it. So let's do some red slugs. White buckshot. And some blue buckshot. Thanks, bud. You know why we're doing that? For the red, white, and blue. Range. So I got the new build here. You know, I got my bayonet here. Threw a light on it. We're gonna get these shooting. I have my other 88s. I got two Mossberg Maverick 88s. Both 20-inch barrel, matching mag tubes. This one I did the cool little apocalypse, zombie apocalypse, home defense, truck gun, smorgasbord build here. And this one is just your standard Maverick 88 that you could go pick up at a gun store, throw a shotgun card on, a little side saddle, paint it, and you'd have this tremendous gun. Love it. What good shotgun reviewer would I be if I didn't shoot some birdshot through it? Because let's just face it, most people are gonna just go shoot birdshot. Now they're gonna throw some buckshot, they're gonna throw some slugs through it, or like me, and I like to go hard, so I'm gonna throw some of these old crusty waterfowl shells, you know, 3-inch magnums through this new build right off the bat, see if anything wants to wiggle or jiggle off, because that's how I am. Now mind you, I wouldn't take rusty old ammo and just shoot it. Make sure you know, are safe about it and you're really thinking about what you're doing. Safety first. Steel targets down range here, and then a couple other things to shoot. Let's just run down. I'm not gonna do like a however many round burn down. It's already been done. I know these guns are good and proven. Let's just shoot them.
Looks like I found a failure point here, which is what I had questions about anyway, which would be this aluminum NC Star stuff. I Loctited it. Looks like I need to put something here on the mag tube, and actually in order to get it to stay where it needs to be instead of riding forward the whole time. Because as cool as it is to have a knife on your gun, you don't want it flopping around. All right, back home. That was really fun at the range. Honestly, regardless of what kind of shotgun you're shooting, I've never really seen anybody frown when shooting one. I don't care if you're just sport shooting, you know, blowing up old chunks of wood, blowing up the target, blowing up soda bottles, water bottles, clays, whatever. I mean, shooting a shotgun is just plain fun. It's a really great training tool. It all around just listen. We talk all day about all the different reasons shotguns are great. They're just plain out freaking great. So get one. And you don't have to break the bank. The reason why I love pumps so much is just because they flat out work. I threw, like, the first things I ran through this new little fun build here, this Maverick 88 with the bayonet. The first thing I ran through was old rusty steel shot. Ate it just fine. Now we did at the range obviously find the one failure here, and that was this aluminum NC Star bayonet lug kit. And now I did come home and fix it. I put some electrical tape underneath it, and then I Loctited everything, so now I gotta let it cure, but I got it in the position. And is it really like battle worthy? No, this is just honestly a novelty, but I'm gonna let it rock on here, and I'm gonna use this as a home defense shotgun because typically if somebody comes into my house, regardless, I'm not gonna need this to hold up very long. Flashlight on here, sorry to blind you. To have a home defense shotgun, or any gun in general, it's a good idea to have a light. You got to see what you're shooting at. Now, this Monstrum mount held up great. The RANDOZULISY optic held up perfect as I thought it would. Thanks, RANDOZULISY. And honestly, this Magpul stock here, this butt pad is freaking sweet. It is honestly the softest shooting butt pad I've ever felt before. Even better than just the factory Mossberg. I think this thing is awesome, and it feels great in the hand. That's what she said. Running the action of it just feels natural. This one is just, I don't know, just a workhorse. You saw me shoot this one probably the most. And that's just because it's a fairly light gun. Now I did not weigh it, but it's definitely lighter than some and heavier than others. I know but honestly, this thing is just a workhorse. And it's given me zero issues, zero hiccups. I fired everything through it. Nice thing about some of these shotguns, regardless of the price and stuff that you're really getting into here, especially whenever you're talking about the Mossberg, because that's what I'm talking about, is the Mossberg Maverick 88. For the most part, these lower budget shotguns that they're putting out are just fixed. Now this is straight cylinder bore, both of these. And the reason why that's nice is because you don't have to worry about what you're putting through it as far as the constriction that it has. Running slugs, buckshot, birdshot through both of these, and it ran them and will run them flawlessly without having to worry about a choke. And that's nice because that's just one less moving part that could possibly fail. And that's another thing that I look at whenever I think of how great these are, or as far as durability, wear, and usage, is what are the chances of failure? Because I know that there's lots of shotguns out there that are semi-auto that will definitely give you failures. If you're looking at pumps and stuff like that, to me, they just flat out work. You're gonna, like, if something gets stuck in here, you're gonna be able to hammer it down, manipulate it to get it out. I don't know. Just a timeless piece of fun here. It has some interesting gear. Maybe you thought it was cool, maybe you didn't. This is just a little pouch that goes onto your belt, or you could even put it on like a chest rig if you wanted to. I just got off Amazon, a couple bucks. Again, chest rig off Amazon, some shotgun cards also off Amazon. A home defense gun, a truck gun, something to go hunting with. I don't know. You just can't go wrong with a shotgun, especially not a Maverick 88. Like I said, you don't have to do all kinds of crazy stuff to have success with one. This one's just painted, basic side saddle, some shotgun cards. And this thing just flat out works. Novelty build. Does it work? Yes. All of these parts that are on it, right here, all these work. This is where the failure point was, but it's not affecting how the firearm shoots or functions. So, the bare bones of it, awesome. This, to me, is one hell of a solid upgrade. I'm telling you right now, this mag pull stock is awesome. It just makes it such a soft shooter. Shoulder is not even sore at all, and I fired a decent amount of rounds through this. So, I'm just saying, I would keep going. And pistol optic on a shotgun, yeah. Don't think that there's no place for that, because I mean they're legit. I like it a lot. It really works out well. I'll drop a link in the description to save you some money if you want to buy anything from Zulisy. Sorry, I have no other codes for you. I bought everything else with my own money here. I did this for fun because I wanted to have two of them. I think they're pretty sweet. Now you can get an 18-inch barrel Maverick 88, and then it'll actually have a little bit smaller of a mag tube, but still very awesome. I'm sure it'll be very reliable. I've had zero issues with this one for a long time, and I'm sure I'll have zero issues with this in time to come, especially if I end up having to take the bayonet lug off, because that's the failure point of it. Always gotta love water. Sponsored by water. It's everywhere, but you gotta pay for it. It's crazy, right? The thing I didn't touch on was both of these, and all Mavericks I believe will take a 3-inch or 2 3/4 inch shell. And truly, there's no speed rating on these. You can run whatever through it. Like I said, I ran steel shot through it, slugs, buckshot, birdshot, because realistically, come on, everyone's gonna buy this and go buy a cheap brick of birdshot and go pound the shit out of it. And I think that's gonna be fine. Like I said, birdshot has its place. It's a good training round. Outside that round, these are just plain fun. Like I said, get one, do it, build one, have fun, enjoy life. Thanks for watching. Thanks for taking the time with me. A lot more things to come. Super fun and excited about that I have to review here in the future, very near future, mind you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, want to share anything, please drop a comment. You know I'll respond. Thanks for watching. Be safe, be kind. God bless everyone out there. I'll catch you next time.